Deebo Samuel may or may not play this week. Kyle Shanahan said expects Fred Warner to go, hopeful for Deebo. So let's not talk about what is going to happen. We don't know. What should happen? What would you do if you were the coach? I know if it were me, I wouldn't play Deebo Samuel this week. Now, maybe the available evidence would show me that sitting him is stupid and he's totally ready. But if it's borderline, I'd be cautious because he's had this injury before. He's aggravated it before. And if he aggravates it again and misses more time, it's over. The dream is over. And if he plays, I really think he gives him a puncher's chance against anyone. So I would err on the side of caution. I might even sit him 2 more weeks.
I'd agree with that. I wouldn't want to push it as far as I've talked about it before. I think a player should be close to 100 or 100% if they're going to play. There are rare instances where playing won't increase the ability to re-aggravate the injury or make it worse.
Yeah, a linebacker with a broken hand and a cast or something
like that. Or
there
are some injuries where it's just a matter of you dealing with the pain. It's not
right.
It's not going to hurt you anymore. Yes. You're just dealing with the pain. And
they can give you stuff to deal with the pain. Exactly. Yes.
Right. But yes. even sometimes with those injuries and with any injury, right? Because usually when you're dealing with an injury, you're dealing with something that's weakened. And when something's weakened, you have to compensate with your body, make other movements to compensate for that injury. And what could happens a lot of times. You don't re-injure that particular, you have a new injury because you're not used to having those movements with a hamstring or a groin muscle that is 50 or 40% or 60, 70%. And you end up tweaking something else because your body is all interconnected. And so for that reason, it not only increases the risk of you re-injuring that, but having the injury elsewhere where you normally wouldn't.
Yeah. If it's something he's re-aggravated before, he could do it again. And if he misses a long stretch to end the season, they're not going to the playoffs. They're missing the playoffs, and the whole thing could get blown up. You got to be really careful here. I know the Niners probably feel like, man, we just gave away this game to Seattle. We got to beat Cincinnati. You don't have to beat Cincinnati. You might lose to Cincinnati. And it might hurt. You might go to 6-7, but as long as you take care of business at home and win one of the next 2 road games, you're in, most likely. So don't get desperate and don't rush Deebo Samuel back. Do what's in the best interest of him and the team, and that's erring on the side of caution.
Deebo's too important to this franchise.
Yeah.
Not just this year as a team.
Good point.
And that's whether you want to trade him or you want to re-sign him. He's too important.
If I'm Tony Reali, I'm giving you so many points right now. I'm like ding 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 ding. Yep, I totally agree.
So don't risk it. And we've seen it. We see it now when they actually go to Kittle. Right? Kittle seems a pretty important asset when you actually use him.
Yeah, he seemed quite. Hey, remember me? Yeah, I can play for you. Good for you. It's amazing that the Niners have Kittle and Deebo Samuel, 2 of the best. 2 like legit MVP candidate guys who can go off and win games for you, and they can't get them going in the same game. They can't. They're 6-6. Anyway, I think you got the smart move here. And I'm not a doctor. I haven't seen the smart move here is to not play Deebo Samuel against the Bengals, and that makes that game very, very difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners lose that one if they don't have Deebo. But again, they don't have to win this one. It's tricky. Because they lost to Seattle, but all hope is not lost. All hope is not lost.
We can at your boy. Who's your doctor friend? He's
Narav Pandya.
Yeah,
he's blowing up. He's got a regular spot on 95.7 now in the Bay. He's blown up. But he would definitely come back on it. He's a friend of the show. Master J says
even Adam on Twitter. He responds. He'll tell you his opinion whether
that's true.
You think Deebo should play or not.
He's a baller. That's a good point.
He's a baller.
Bottom line, Kyle and John have underperformed. Agree, Master J. Master J. The only road quarterbacks that Jimmy ever lost to are Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. Only road quarterbacks. What's a road quarterback?
I guess when they play them on the road. Well,
the only quarterbacks he's ever lost to on the road?
Yeah, are Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. That's a lot of losing to Seattle on the road, right? I mean, and it's a lot of, and that's a lot of
Jimmy
home.
Garoppolo's worth a first-round pick.
That's a lot of home losses too, because it's only 3 teams.